Hi, my name low quality content. You are old gamers, not teenager again. This class need active control and you get tired. Your ending might be AFK player, controller player or console player, hard to tame this class. Moving on. Blitz Lancer. Main role, DPS. Sub-role, support, debuff. The spear is an attractive class that can instantly produce explosive damage. Damage output is based on the premise that you can master the 3 marks. Mastering engravings is beneficial as you can apply debuffs to enemies. Party with Aegis Fighter and Heavy Smasher to collect enemies, and show their true value. Rather than attacking a single enemy, I would like to be active in situations where the enemy is concentrated as much as possible. Also, compared to other classes, Blitz Lancer operation is often hectic and difficult to learn, giving the impression that it is more difficult. I think you will have a hard time choosing Blitz Lancer as your first class, so I recommend considering it as your second class. But I know you are stubborn, like a bigot. Do as you want then. Due to its high damage, it can be said that it is a class for experts. There are 3 types of engravings, and they are called by the following names. Red engraving effect that increases damage dealt when activated. Blue engraving activates to apply a debuff that reduces attack power. Green engraving activates to apply a slow debuff. Detonate is powerful, right mouse button, hit the target or by the skill. The damage will vary greatly depending on how quickly and repeatedly you activate detonate the engraving. In order to demonstrate the damage of a Blitz Lancer, you should be more conscious of the activation frequency of 3 engraving and detonate skill. Also, the destructive power of detonate increases in proportion to the density of enemies. The reason is that it is possible to give 3 stamps to multiple enemies and activate them at the same time. It is no exaggeration to say DPS number 1 in Blue Protocol. Even in advanced investigation missions, even when there are a lot of tough enemies, they can be wiped out in an instant. However, in order to accomplish this feat, the cooperation Aegis Fighter and Heavy Smasher is essential. Up to this point, we have explained the importance of engravings, but there are many ways to add and activate engravings. Therefore, this time we will focus on the most recommended patterns. Pattern 1. Cruel Thrust Alpha followed by Leap Shot. Surprisingly, you can give all 3 engravings with 1 skill. Moreover, since the skill is alpha, it is attractive that it can be used from the beginning without relying on luck. The activation Leap Shot can also be substituted with the final stage of Rapid Spear. Pattern 2. Normal attack with hold down button, stab impact beta, Leap Shot. Although it takes a little more effort than 1, it is still convenient enough. In particular, the stub impact has a short cooldown, so it can be used frequently. However, stab impact requires beta, so you need to work hard on beta digging. Pattern 3. Normal attack long press followed by rapid spear beta. This also requires beta, but can be activated very quickly. Various other patterns are possible. Overall, I get the impression that the beta skills of stub impact and rapid spear are highly important. If you think about it the other way around, if you get these 2 betas, you'll be able to easily repeat detonate and have fun. There are other abilities that are recommended for increasing your damage. That's the mark trigger. It purely increases the damage dealt by 3 engraving, so it has a high contribution to damage. Let's also check the rotation. Blitz Lancer do not require a gauge to be filled like Twin Striker. There are skills that can be boosted instead. That is prepare mode. If you activate 3 engravings within a certain amount of time after use, the damage of each skill will be strengthened once. Since there are 3 pieces, all you have to do is give 3 stamps to enemy and use detonate. Tornado Spin is also excellent as an enemy gathering aid. If you press and hold it, you will attack after gathering enemies. It's recommended to cancel them midway through. Once you've gathered your enemies, it's time to unleash your true power. Let's give a stamp and unleash 3 engraving towards a group of enemies. If the enemies are tightly packed together, you can use multiple detonate to finish them off with a quick attack. If it's a little loose, repeat stamping. For Blitz Lancer, I think the key is whether you can use detonate 3 engraving stamp frequently. It can be said that acquiring beta for major skills plays a big role. The operations are busy and the battles are technical as they repeat dodging, engraving, and detonate. As a result, I think it is a late bloomer class as it is difficult to raise and operate. Class-specific system, engraving. Base action. Tempest Rush, normal attack. In addition to the debuffs caused by activating the engraving, the debuffs of Be Ferocious Gold, increases damage taken, and Be Ein Rain Beta, increases damage taken, reduces ice attribute resistance, and reduces movement speed, can also be extended. It takes about 4 seconds to reach the 4th hit. Buff/debuff icons will start blinking 5 seconds before the effect time ends and disappear after 5 seconds. But extended debuffs will not blink and will disappear when the effect time ends. By long pressing the normal attack button, it enters a charged state. And when the approximately 1 second charge is complete, the tip will glow in the attribute color. By releasing the button in this state, it becomes a charge attack in which you slide forward and perform a thrust. This charge attack can be cancelled by evasive action or jumping. So cancel it and stop at a place where there is a death point such as near a cliff. Please note that you cannot evade cancel while in the air. Press left or right and left mouse button, the second hit will change to a sweep attack. There is a strong flinch, and enemies with low resistance will fall. Escape leap, cooldown 6 seconds. Jump directly above or backward while kicking on the spot. If you attach the ability forward away, you will be able to fly forward, but you will not be able to fly sideways. Pressing the class action button again during escape leap will transition to leap shot. Grade 4 lightning resistance down small 12%. Can overlap with the spellcaster's all attribute resistance down small 20%. A basic combo that can be used for mountain climbing. Can be created by holding down the normal attack and performing escape leap, leap shot, forward input, charge attack, ground pile. Leap shot. Throws a spear towards the ground. There is a stamp activation effect. Evasion attack. Assault attack. Tactical skills. Rapid spear, cooldown 8 seconds. Upper dance, cooldown 5 seconds. Engraving can be activated. Alpha. If even one type of engraving is attached, the damage upper attack will increase from 416% to 500%. Beta jumps up a little higher than the jump when sheathing the sword, allowing you to aim for assault attacks from high places. Ground pile, cooldown 13 seconds. Jump up into the air and then stab it into the ground. If used in the air, the attack will be faster as the jumping motion will be eliminated. Stub impact, cooldown 10 seconds. Alpha. The width of the shockwave expands, making it easier to hit multiple targets. And beta. Add red engraving, and blue engraving. Are applied all at once by penetrating, making imprinting very comfortable. Although it says penetration, if you hit an enemy with a shield in front of him, the penetration will end there. Hunting zone, cooldown 45 seconds, duration 15 seconds. Class action strengthening skills. Ignores the interval of escape leap. To the kick when activated. Adds a pull effect to leap shot. Shockwaves can be activated by engraving. The range of the shockwave is the same as detonate, and shockwave damage does not occur to the enemy itself hit by the leap shot. Mark trigger, cooldown 55 seconds, duration 20 seconds. Effect. As stated in the explanation, it strengthens the effect of each stamp, but does not increase the detonate power. Alpha. HP leak effect time 5 seconds. Beta. Super armor effect time 25 seconds. Prepare mode, cooldown 65 seconds, duration 10 seconds. Damage dealt by each other set attack tactical skill will be increased once. The effect lasts until the final stage, such as cruel thrust, which has a high blow power. Tornado spin beta, rapid spear, and rapid sparks which have a long duration. As an exception, Grand Spark's lightning damage area is only strengthened on the first hit, and the effect wears off after that. Activating 3 engravings will maximize it. On the other hand, even if it cannot be activated, it can still be strengthened. The enhanced state lasts for 60 seconds and is easy to understand as it is applied to the skill icon. Of course, it has an effect on both the main and sub-skill palettes. Thrust Bolt, cooldown 15 seconds. A thrusting attack accompanied by lightning. Can be charged. It takes about 2 seconds to charge up to level 3. Alpha extends range by 25%. Cruel Thrust, cooldown 25 seconds. A 2-hit attack of thrust and blow. The first thrust activates the engraving. Adds red engraving on the second hit. Alpha all stamps are added. Beta bind duration 5 seconds. Grand Spark, cooldown 13 seconds, duration 5 seconds. The attack motion is the same as ground pile. The difference is that after hitting the ground, it creates an area that deals continuous damage per second. The engraving is activated only during the first steep descent, aka detonate. Alpha slightly wider and is equivalent to a ground pile. Beta becomes smaller than grade 3. Beta also binds the generated area. Duration bind 5 seconds. Rapid Spark, cooldown 10 seconds. 4 consecutive lightning thrusts. 8 consecutive presses. Engraving can be detonated. Beta movement speed decrease for 10 seconds. Tornado spin, cooldown 20 seconds. An attack that creates a tornado by spinning a spear. Detonate the engraving. Press and hold to perform a continuous attack, followed by an additional attack. The tornado attack has suction and will be blown away with the final attack. So if you can't defeat it, cancel it. Resonance Spear, cooldown 15 seconds. Performs a melee attack and gives surrounding enemies the same stamp as the one on the enemy hit. Ultimate skill. End of Javelin, cooldown 160 seconds. Class abilities. Base ability. Now you reach level maximum 50. What you gonna do? Yes, you are exhausted. Considering to uninstall this game perhaps. You reach end game in 40 hours gameplay. Fabulous. In comment section people who has this class only. Start healthy discussion, share opinion, make better guide about this class.